All right, guys. So the Miami Dolphins defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-13, and this was a very impressive victory by the Miami Dolphins. I did have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this game in a close one. I just thought that I liked the way I was seeing Gardner Minshew really play ball the last couple of weeks. I felt like he had a lot more to prove, especially because a lot of people are doubting him that he could be the future of that franchise. And I thought that Gardner Minshew was going to show up tonight and try to, and again, prove some doubters wrong. And I was wrong. I was wrong tonight. Now, not all of it was Gardner Minshew's fault, because his protection was horrible. His protection was horrible. His receivers couldn't really run the routes consistently. Really couldn't get off press coverage. Couldn't get off when the cornerbacks are jamming the receivers. The routes were poorly they were poorly ran. But Gardner Minshew missed some opportunities as well. He also missed some huge opportunities, especially the one touchdown, which he missed in the back of the end zone. But still, the Jacksonville Jaguars should have played a lot better than what they did tonight. Defensively, they play like absolute dog crap today. Barely any pressure at all on Ryan Fitzpatrick until like late in the second half. The only effective pass rush that was getting to the quarterback was Josh Allen. This was just a very disappointing performance by the Jacksonville Jaguars, but got to give a lot of credit to the Miami Dolphins. They were dominant. They were dominant, and they won this game in all phases of the game. They won when it came to time of possession. They came when it came to running the football. They won, even though they didn't have a lot of passing yards. They were very efficient, right? Ryan Fitzpatrick only missed 2 incompletions. He was 18 for 20 for 160 yards, but he was very, very efficient. It was a different Fitzpatrick, that something that I've never really seen before for Fitzpatrick before. He was just extremely efficient, extremely careful with the football, and again, his receivers were on the money. His receivers ran a lot of crisp routes. The secondary was they were just a little bit lost. This defense was just lost. Let's just be real here. The defense was lost. The Dolphins just dominated this football game. Jacksonville had some critical turnovers, including the one strip sack by Kyle Van Noy, who was an absolute monster today. He was all over the football field, which set the Miami Dolphins up in excellent field position to really take over the game. And then, of course, there was the interception late, like really late, when you knew the Dolphins was going to win the game, by Xavier Howard. But still, there was just a lot of opportunities where the Jacksonville Jaguars just couldn't really capitalize off of, and it really set the Miami Dolphins up in really, really good field position. And I think another reason why the Miami Dolphins really dominated this game was because of third down conversions. They were really good today when it came to third down conversions. I think they were around 7 or 12 or 7 for 13 in third down conversions, but the Jacksonville Jaguars really couldn't convert on third downs. And again, it really had a huge impact for those third down conversions, because it impacted the time of possession. It kept the chains moving. And Miami just did a phenomenal job when it came to that aspect of the game. Doug Marrone, man. How does it feel, Doug Marrone? I'm gonna get a little emotional here because I still can never forgive Doug Marrone for what he did to my Bills back in 2014. But how does it feel, Doug Marrone, to have your team quit right on you? Your team quit on you in the second half. How does it feel, Doug Marrone? But let me get off my feelings. All right, let me just get off my feelings real quick. Yeah, the team pretty much quit on Doug Marrone. You can just tell. You can just tell. As the game was progressing, there was a bunch of ridiculous things that were going on. You got players like Cam Robinson. He got ejected. For being on the bottom of a pile, and you had these referees just on top of him, and he's trying to get up, but he gets kicked out the game. Nothing went right for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nothing went right for Duville. I do feel bad for the players. I do feel bad for the fans, even though the Jacksonville Jaguars fans were kind of expecting this result. Maybe not against the Dolphins, but we all knew that they were tanking for Trevor Lawrence. But to have this performance against the Dolphins, against a winnable opponent, was you just had to be disappointed, even if you were a fan. But Doug Marrone, I don't feel bad for you at all. Your team quit on you, just like how you quit on the Buffalo Bills. And and this is another reason why that I believe Doug Marrone will be relieved of his duties come next season. Because this dude clearly can't work with a quarterback. He clearly can't develop a quarterback. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, he can't really develop a quarterback. He's shown that he doesn't have the offensive coordinator that can properly develop some of these quarterbacks. I do like Gardner Minshew, but the lack of resources, lack of weapons on the outside. The offensive line did not play. The offensive line was absolute garbage tonight. I strictly blame this on coaching, and I also blame it also on the players' performance. I mean, this was an entire organizational loss. This wasn't a team loss. This was an organizational loss from the front office to Doug Marrone to the players that are on the football field. The Dolphins got absolutely outclassed tonight by the Miami Dolphins. But Doug Marrone, I don't feel bad for you at all, because how does it feel when your team quit on you? How does it feel, Doug Marrone? I bet you it feels good, doesn't it? I bet you it does. But once again, congratulations to the Miami Dolphins. You guys did a phenomenal job tonight. You know, I even underestimated the Dolphins, right? When the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins and they only won by 3 points, I was disappointed in the performance because I definitely feel like the Bills should have blown out the Dolphins. But the Dolphins, I feel like they're just an improved football team. I feel like they're a team that could win maybe 5 or 6 games this year and could really shock the NFL to saying that, hey, listen, we're not a great team, but we're not any pushovers either. We're not any pushovers. So, yeah, I think the Dolphins, man, I think they're a really dangerous football team that I feel like a lot of teams should look out for. Again, they're not going to make the playoffs or anything like that, but as far as competing every single game, this is a Dolphins team that can compete with anyone in this league, and I'm excited to see what the Dolphins' future looks like, of course, during the season. Brian Flores, again, phenomenal job coaching. You absolutely outclassed Doug Marrone tonight, especially when it came to preparing your players for this football game. So congratulations to the organization. Like I said, the Dolphins have a bright future. And again, hopefully Tua Tagovailoa can get some playing time. But yeah, Fitzmagic, congratulations to you, sir. Mr. Former Buffalo Bill himself. Congratulations, Fitzmagic. Had another wonderful performance. And you know, we'll see if he can keep up with the top performance, because back-to-back weeks, that's rare. That's rare for Fitzmagic. So we'll see what happens with him in the future. But anyway, guys, that's enough talking for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to see more content, especially when it comes to football, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video, and yeah, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would do that for me. So anyway, guys, Jan716, aka Jan Sports. I'll check you guys out later. Peace.